Model joins us with more. Dibendu, yesterday was a hectic day, but we saw N.D.A choose Prime Minister as their leader. Let us know the way forward. What do we expect the day to bring in for us?
Well, good morning, Preeti. Of course, yesterday was the day just after the result was announced. A lot of permutation combination was being looked at both by the N.D.A bloc as well as by the N.D.A bloc. So, of course, the storm has settled for now because now it is very clear and evident of the fact that both now the N.D.A government is going to form government, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to stake claim for the new government that will be formed, and the oath-taking ceremony will be by this weekend itself, is what we understand. But of course, what ahead now is that now that the India bloc has decided and has announced formally yesterday that they will not make any more efforts to form government, and they will sit in the opposition and act as a principal opposition. The N.D.A bloc is now clear and have received the letter of support from both the two of the major alliance partners, which is the TDP as well as the JDU. And now, therefore, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, after meeting with all the N.D.A MPs, elected MPs in Parliament tomorrow, he will be going to stake claim along with the alliance partners at the President House. Tomorrow is what we are given to understand. What happens today is, of course, a lot of political meetings, perhaps within the BJP. Also, all the alliance partners of the N.D.A will have their own meeting to decide on the strategies to ensure that who gets what cabinet portfolios. The BJP will, of course, try to keep as many portfolios as possible, also the major cabinet portfolios to themselves. But of course, it will also, the alliance partners will also try to ensure that they get at least 4 to 5 plum cabinet portfolios. But also, it will also depend on how the BJP and the N.D.A partners negotiate on the cabinet distribution and on the cabinet portfolio distribution. So, of course, interesting times ahead. This is perhaps after a decade when we have a coalition government in place.
So we understand it will be a day
for the first time that Narendra Modi will be leading a coalition government.
All right. So we understand it will be a day of negotiations and bargaining, Dibendu. But then when we talk of the cabinet formation, though it's a little too early to talk about it, but then what names are doing round? What are you picking up from the ground?
Well, Preeti, what we have been picking up from our sources is that the TDP is seeking at least 3 cabinet portfolios and 2 MOS portfolios. What the JDU is also seeking is at least 2 cabinet portfolios, 1 post of the speaker, and at least 1 MOS. Also, the LJP is seeking at least 2 cabinet berths, but what we are given to understand from our sources within the BJP is that it will perhaps only be Chirag Paswan that will be given a cabinet portfolio, while Jitan Ram Manjhi is also expected to be accommodated in the cabinet along with the RLD chief Jayant Chaudhary. These are some of the names of the alliance partners that will be accommodated in the cabinet. Apart from that, some of the big names of the BJP will of course be Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, that will be taken into the cabinet. We are also remember, Preeti, a lot of sitting union ministers, at least 15 of them have lost. So of course, there are many portfolios that are left that are now vacant. So a lot of new faces in the cabinet will be accommodated, will be given place. But of course, the 2 top leaders, Rajnath Singh, of course, Piyush Goyal will also be accommodated. He has won from Mumbai. So he will also be given a very senior cabinet portfolio, is what we are given to understand. But of course, the ball is in the court of the newly elected Prime Minister. It is he and his team that will decide on who gets what portfolio. But of course, it will be clear by tomorrow evening on the distribution of the cabinet portfolio. Back to you, Preeti.
All right, Dibendu, we leave it here. Thank you so much for joining in with those details. We'll come back to you again during the day. Thank you as of now. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi